was the last time? Was it Wednesday? Was it last Wednesday? No, Tuesday. Yeah, it was probably Tuesday because I flew out first thing in the morning on Wednesday. But I'm back. Where was I, you might ask? I was,
Subscribe to Dumper Man.
I have been subscribed longer than one of my nieces has been alive.
Dude, same, bro. I mean, I guess I'm not technically subscribed to myself, but I've been, the age of my Twitch affiliate status is older than my niece. That's crazy. Valentino, thank you for the 32 months. One of the longest streaks. I think Britta's is, or one of the longest sub counts. I think Britta's is longer. I'm not sure anyone else holds a candle, though. Maybe Bomber. I haven't seen Bomber in chat in a little while. But maybe he's got a longer one. Unless he unsubbed, which is fair. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I think I streamed last on Tuesday. Flew out first thing on Wednesday. There he is.
Dumper Man.
Dumpter.
Oh, you do have a longer streak than Valentino, but you don't have a longer full count. Interesting. Curious. Bomber, thank you for the 28 months. No one's a better streaker than me. That's true. You do have the biggest number. You got the biggest number streak. It is just, you know, not the one that gives me money. But you're working on it. You're working on it. You know, I'll take it. I'm not going to say no. So yeah, I flew out to Savannah, Georgia. That's where I was, just for fun. A lot of my other trips this year are not for fun. Or not necessarily not for fun, but like they're not, you know, specific. Like I'm doing something, you know. Like I'm going down, or I went down to Arizona for a wedding, and then I'm going down to Arizona again to actually meet my niece because I haven't met her yet. So that's cool. That'll be in November though. But this trip was just for fun, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun, and it was very like refreshing. I don't know. Like I was busy. We were doing stuff every day, but it was just nice to like. Not be like, you know, in front of my screen and on my phone. Seriously, I can't understate like how lucky I feel I am just like in life to be able to do that, to just like go somewhere for 5 days and not work and just hang out, exist, do fun stuff, have new experiences. Because I know not everyone is that lucky. But every time I do it, it just reinforces how important touching grass is for your mental health, and I'm not kidding. I'm genuinely not kidding. Oh yeah, and I'll have to show you guys what because we went out and did the Savannah's like a really old city, and so we did this like ghost tour where you just walk around and like you could like just drink alcohol on the street there. So we went around to like a few bars, and then like a person like told us about some like haunted shit. And I honestly like thought it was gonna be lame. It was not lame. It was fun, and actually some interesting stories. But we dressed up, Britta and I, and all of our friends in our Halloween costumes. Let me pull it up. I have this somewhere on in my files. Some of you might have seen a preview of it on Discord. But I'm dropping the full fit here. Let's see, full screen me. Yeah, Hilarious got it right away. Yeah, motherfucking Fred from Scooby-Doo, and Britta was Daphne. And then we had the full like Scooby gang with us as well. I did not wear the wig all night, bro. The wig was uncomfortable. The wig was super uncomfortable. So you head to the Turner Inn or the Sorrel Weed House. We did, yeah, so one of them that we went to, we didn't go in, but we did, like, walk by the Sorrel Weed House, and they told us all about, like, the very fucked up history of that house. And I won't lie, I'm not a big believer in the paranormal, but that is kind of a freaky place. The history alone would make me feel, like, very unsettled being in there, ghosts or not. And our tour guide had like some story about like witnessing a shadow man in the basement, which I'm not sure I buy, but it was a cool story nonetheless. That entire place is bad mojo. Yeah, it is like, apparently, I had never heard of it, but apparently it like frequently comes up as one of like the most haunted places like in the world. And I believe, like, however much you buy into this shit, I believe, like, paranormal experts have, like, claimed to have found the best evidence of the existence of, like, ghosts and paranormal activity at that place. So, yeah, if that's something you're interested in, look it up. It is a real place in Savannah, in, like, the heart of Savannah. It's actually a very nice, like, it's a beautiful house, but very fucked up history. And very popular for, you know, paranormal investigations and shit like that. The best evidence of paranormal is BuzzFeed Unsolved's Conjuring House. Yeah, so that's interesting because that was what our tour guide said, but about the Sorrel Weed House. So I mean, this is all subjective anyways, right? Like, who's making the criteria? But that was what she said. I don't know if it's true or not. We went home, like, back to our Airbnb, and we watched the video, and I did not think anything about that video was conclusive, just to be clear. Like, they got some shit on, like, the spirit box, like, from Phasmophobia, which apparently is a real thing. And, like, literally all that shit does, by the way. In Phasmophobia, it works because that is a work of fiction. That is a video game. But in the video, I realized all that thing does in real life is just scan radio frequencies really fast. So, like, you're obviously gonna go across, like, channels where people are talking or music is playing in such a way that you're gonna get, like, interference that sounds like people talking. Fiction is not real. It doesn't exist. Based fiction denier. Everything ever is real. You're like the opposite of the nothing ever happens person. You're like the everything ever has happened. Thank you for the follow. Haku cunt? What? Quite a name. Thank you for the follow, though. What do you make of that new streamer here on Twitch? Is he worth watching? Are you talking about me? Because, yeah, of course. I don't know who else you could be talking about, though. I'm not actually a new streamer. Yeah, new to you, maybe. Thank you for the follow. What was I saying? Not you, that new streamer that started streaming recently. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. Thank you for the bit. Maybe you can shake me down for more info if you throw more pennies at me. I think you know the new guy who's new to streaming. Yeah, dude. Fuck, what's his name? Yeah, Northern Lion. I love that guy. I love that guy. Do you guys know he's bald? That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, big win for bald representation. This new up-and-coming streamer, Northern Lion, making it big on the website. Guy started streaming 3 minutes ago? Well, it could be me. I started streaming 12 minutes ago. Bald people, mood. So true. You know, bald people, very brave. Bald people deserve happiness. But I don't think you. No, don't ban him. I want to hear him out. I don't know what's going on. I want to hear him out. Don't ban him. I think that it was actually a mistake. Can we unban them, perhaps? I'd like to hear them out. I don't think we should be shooting new chatters 5 minutes into them being in chat, by the way, unless they say something genuinely terrible. I feel like that is a no-brainer. I feel like you're shooting way too fast, bro. Meant to do TTS, not cheer? Oh, so you meant to put some annoying shit in TTS instead. Great. Good talk. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, okay, Savannah, Georgia. There wasn't too much else to say other than that. Here, this is gonna pollute my ears now.
On Megalodon Bone Strength Serum. $100,000 per dose. Yeah, my bones used to creak, but now so do the whales that shiver at my approach. Infused with Megalodon bone shards and elephant ivory powder, this serum turns your skeleton into a weapon of pure destruction. Used to W.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hey, you, wiener. Thank you for the 10 stream streak. Thank you for utilizing that useful feature. Thank you, Jeff Bezos, for the sweet feature. Fuck, what was I saying? I don't think I had anything else to say about that. We were talking about haunted shit, which I guess is very appropriate for Halloween. But the truth is that even after doing that ghost tour, I'm not sure I believe in it. Oh, there was another thing. Okay, there's this big like graveyard in the middle of Savannah. And they were saying that is another place where people see like shadow people or whatever. But like, so I almost want to like pull this up on Google Maps and see if I can explain. Because like I have a theory as to why people see shadow people there. And you'll never guess it, but it's not because of paranormal. It's not because of paranormal shit. Okay, I gotta go to Savannah without like doxing myself. So let's do that really quick. Can I like collapse this sidebar that shows? What if I just log out of Google? Yeah, it's Colonial Park Cemetery. Yeah. Is it just dark? No, it's like, it's shaded in a very specific way. Okay. I just want to get rid of this sidebar because it has like my recent searches on it and I don't like that. What if I go to like a different account? What if I go to Dumpster Man Clips, dude? That doesn't have any recent searches. Okay. That's stupid. It's so stupid that worked. Okay. Full screen me first. So here is the city of Savannah from above. It's like a pure grid, and like at the center of like these streets is like these squares. But then one of them is this big cemetery, right? So we're walking over here with our tour guide, like to this cemetery in here. I'll just drop down on the corner because it's pretty easy to show you what's going on here. There's this big gate, right? And this gate is closed at night. And so we were like, I guess we were just kind of like in a circle, like next to this gate. And she was showing us these photos of like other people who had done the tour that had these like images where it looked like there were like shadow people standing in the graveyard. It was pretty interesting. I won't lie. Even as someone who doesn't like believe in this shit, it was interesting because I didn't really have a good explanation for it. I was like, okay, well, that does kind of look like a shadow person standing there. I can't refute that. So, and she says, try it for yourself. Like get out your phone or your camera or whatever and walk alongside on this fence here. And that is the best place to see shadow people. So what happens here is there's like big street lights behind this fence here. Like, so there's one. There's also lights in the cemetery. Just hop the gate. She said that was a thing that people do, and she was like legally not allowed to advise you to do it, but that some people had. And she basically was like, I won't tell. Like, you're not supposed to, but I won't tell. No one did though. So there's these big street lights here. And so we're standing all along here, and I noticed something. Every single person standing here is casting like a long, weird shadow into the cemetery. Like there was like people standing all along here, and you could see their shadows. It was very obvious that it was like people's shadows. But some of them, there's also lights in the cemetery. Some of them look like they had like two shadows, basically. Like they would have like a long shadow, and then they would kind of like stop because there was another light, and then they would start again, like on the other side. And so I think that is why specifically they're telling you to stand here, and then why a bunch of people see quote unquote shadow people. Either that or it's just real shadow people. What do I know, man? Maybe all that shit's real. Maybe I'm just wrong. But yeah, what else? Did I have any other interesting stories? I think there's real shadow people, you know? I met one the other day. Were you experiencing sleep paralysis by any chance? Do you guys get sleep paralysis? I've gotten it like twice ever, maybe. How high was your dose? That's what we were wondering when our tour guide told us the story about her Shadow Man encounter in the Sorrel Weed House. We were like, all right, we didn't actually ask because she was nice. She was very friendly, and we didn't want to like, say something mean. But like all of us were like, okay, so like, what did you like smoke up before that tour? I mean, it is called the Sorrel Weed House, which weed apparently is just some guy's name. I had sleep paralysis multiple times and done a bunch of lucid dreaming. It was trippy as fuck. Yeah, so I've I've had sleep paralysis. I didn't want to, but I did. And I think I've told this before on stream, but like whenever I have had like real deal sleep paralysis, my sleep paralysis demon is like a fucking Minecraft villager. I'm not kidding, dude. I had this in Belgium. My wife and I, well, I guess we were not married at the time, but we traveled to Belgium. I said it in mod chat. Maybe it was just in Discord. Yeah. But yeah, we traveled to Belgium, and I was like, we get there, and I don't sleep well on planes, so I flew across the Atlantic overnight, and I did not sleep at all. So we're walking around Antwerp, Belgium, and like I'm like getting really tired. And we were gonna go like sit down somewhere to eat. It was about dinner time. It's like 7 o'clock. We tried to sit down this one place. We weren't getting served. And so I was like, man, like I'm hungry and I'm tired. We gotta just eat something. We gotta go home. So we go across the street to McDonald's, got a burger. It was good. It was a very good burger from McDonald's, surprisingly. McDonald's in Belgium specifically was just different. I don't know why I'm telling this part. It's not important. But then we go back to the place we're staying, and like I proceed to sleep for like 12 hours straight. And towards the end of the night, which by the way, like I went to bed at like 7 o'clock. So I'm starting to like come to at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Like it really not like a normal time to be awake. So it's still dark out. And I'm laying in bed and like I'm kind of awake, but I'm still like, I can tell I need more sleep. So I go back to sleep. And then like when I go back to sleep, I can feel it happening. Like my body like freezes up. I can like still kind of like not like see, but like sense the room around me. But it gets long. Like it's like I felt like I was really small and the room was like infinitely long. And at the very end of the room, I kid you not, like if on my fucking life, there is a Minecraft villager at the end of the room slowly walking towards me and making like the like sounds as he waddles towards me. And so that sounds really funny, but I was like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like trying to shake myself awake, and eventually I do wake up and I'm like, man, that was fucked up. I was like, okay, well, back to sleep. And so I go back to sleep and the same fucking thing happens again. It happened like 3 or 4 times, and every time it was like the same thing. And eventually I was like, I guess I'm just awake. I'm awake now. I'm not dealing with that shit again. That's fucked up. True story. I so desperately wish I was making that up. But that's real. That really happened to me. Let's see. My first sleep paralysis was when I was a kid. I had a blanket monster, cone-shaped with creases that indicate mouth and eyes. And then I managed to turn my head and saw a colorful cube spinning in the air and leaving colorful particles. When I was a kid, those were trippier. Later, I just wake up paralyzed and feel like suffocating. Yeah, that... I kind of get it. Like, I get like a mild version of it when I nap. For some reason, like... If I take a nap, I'm really like, I don't like taking naps because I feel usually bad after I do. But sometimes I'll take like a nap where like I only sleep like really light. And then like I wake up before I get into a deep sleep. So like 15, 20 minutes at most. But when I do that, I sleep really light. And so I'm like kind of aware that I'm asleep. But also I tend to have like weird dreams when I do it because I'm in a light sleep. Like, so my brain is still like active. As far as I understand how that works. But like sometimes something will like happen in my dream and I'll like try to wake up and I like can't. That like only happens when I nap though. But I guess that is like a form of sleep paralysis. It's not like super fucked up though. It's just like, it's like, oh, right. I'm asleep, I'm napping, I should wake up, and then I try and then I can't. But usually I do. Like kind of twitch myself awake. Let's see. I would love to have a villager sleep paralysis demon. The whole thing was scary because I just was like, what the fuck is going on? But in hindsight, it is very funny that it was a Minecraft villager. Shiko says, I was half awake in a weird position, kept rolling over and couldn't stop. It was a super weird experience, and the only way I could describe it is I felt like I was turning into a snake. I then woke up, and the only way I could describe how I felt was my nerves feel like they're covered in mud. Damn. You know what? I kind of get that, though. I kind of get that. Oh yeah, that totally is the blanket monster does sound like Boogeyman, Oogie Boogie or whatever, right? Nightmare Before Christmas. Oogie Boogie. This dude, yeah. I used to have, I love this movie, by the way, but I used to have nightmares about this shit as a kid. Like, I watched it very young. Okay, come on, just open the image. Google Maps, like, just refuses to open just the image. Why is it like this? Why is it so hard? This guy. That's kind of what the blanket monster was like. It sounds like. Never watched Nightmare Before Christmas in its entirety. I've seen the first half a million times, though. It's honestly, unironically, one of my favorite movies. Some of that is nostalgia, but I think it's just a great movie. And it's like, well, and it's claymation, but it's like very intricate, and very memorable and unique, like animation style, even for claymation. Yeah, it's fun. And I mean, it's one of those movies that it's like obviously it's like a movie that's meant to be like watchable by kids, but like it definitely is not like a kid's movie. Like anyone can enjoy that. Yeah, I just think that's a great movie. Tim Burton's shit is always banging. What else have I even seen by Tim Burton? I mean, I've seen by Edward Scissorhands is him, right? I feel like I thought that, and then I looked this up recently and it was not. Edward Scissorhands? Yeah, it's Tim Burton. I've seen Edward Scissorhands. I feel really not strongly about it. And also Big Fish. If you haven't seen Big Fish, that is genuinely like a very touching and like not Tim Burton-esque movie at all. I mean, it's kind of like whimsical, like all other Tim Burton movies, but it's not like horror themed at all. And it's very good. I liked it. Corpse Bride? I don't think I've seen that, actually. Frankenweenie? Okay. Yeah, masterpiece. Masterpiece. Mwah. Cinema. I've never seen it, so I don't know. Remember watching Frankenweenie? You guys remember Over the Hedge? That has nothing to do with Tim Burton. It's just a random kids movie that I watched that like was kind of weirdly not bad. I'm trying to. I guess maybe I haven't seen more of Tim Burton. Oh well, there's Tim Burton Batman. Isn't Over the Hedge with those crazy ass animals doing shit? I mean, you just described like half of like children's like 3D animation, but yes, that does describe that movie. That does in fact describe that movie. Oh, here's another question. Something to ponder. I don't know how much all of you in chat fly. I've flown a lot. Like I grew up flying like on planes as a kid. Yeah, like just I flap my wings and then no on planes. I grew up flying a lot as a kid because we moved around a lot and like my dad traveled a lot for business, so he had like good standing with one of the airlines. So we would like yeah. I realized as soon as I said that I needed to clarify that, you know, flying on a plane. But no, my dad like had a lot of business travel, so he had like a ton of like miles or points or whatever with like I don't remember what airline, but so we would fly a lot when I was a kid. I'm echoing? I think that's on your end, bro. Yeah, like 90% sure that's on your end. Did you happen to come over here from the YouTube stream and just still have it open? Because my wife did that one time, and she swore that I was echoing, and I was like, I don't think I am, and then that was what it was. But yeah, so I've flown enough that like I've kind of experienced all the like weird shit that you can experience on flights, like short of just crashing and dying. Like I've had, I think my dad was one time on a plane that got struck by lightning. I don't think I've experienced that. But I have been in like pretty damn scary like weather conditions on a plane. I had an aborted landing one time. I've had medical emergencies on planes. But one thing I've experienced a few times is like when the airline overbooks a flight, they essentially like, you can't just like be like, well, this person bought a ticket. They'll just stand, I guess. I don't know. Like, obviously you can't do that because of like safety reasons. So they basically have to convince someone to give up their seat. And this happened on our flight back from Savannah. The flight was overbooked, and they needed 3 people to give up their seats. And actually, some of my friends thought about doing it. They didn't end up doing it, but they offered $500. They waited a few minutes, no takers. They offered $1,000, and then I think a few people took it at that point. But then they needed one person to give it up, and then they offered like $1,200 or $1,500 to give up your seat. And at that point, I'm like, okay, the plane tickets cost like I don't know, maybe $200. I'm like, that's worth it at that point. Like, we would have had to stay in town another night, which would be a little inconvenient. But I'm like, at that point, it's pretty much worth it. We didn't take it, obviously, but I'm wondering, like, I want to meet someone who has taken it and like find out what happened. I want to know. Someday I'm gonna get offered that, and I'm gonna take it. Every time I've been on a flight where that was a thing, I was not like able, like I was not in a position to take it. This was probably the closest like I've ever been to taking it, but like it would have been dumb for like Britta had to come home because she had to go to work, and so it would have been just me, and then I would have had to go to figure out how I'm getting home. So it didn't make sense, although I definitely thought about it, and I also wanted to give my friends the opportunity to do it. How many dollars per hour was it? What do you, I mean, it's money for nothing, essentially, right? Like, maybe I wouldn't be sitting, if I took it, I maybe wouldn't be here streaming today, which I guess is like, you could argue like I miss out on like the ad revenue and the subs I would get, but like, that's probably like 15 or $20, So it's like, it's just a free $1,200 one time, right? Which is reimbursement for what the flight cost and then some. And then they would book me on another flight, like free of charge. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that's worth it. And I actually, like, every time that happens, I really want to take it. But I just haven't ever been in a position where it made sense. One of these days I will. Like, I don't know. I'll be put up in a hotel and given like meal vouchers and $1,200 for free on the airline's dime. Like, hell yeah. I'm just curious if anyone in chat has experienced that or knows anyone who's experienced that. Because I'm just like, that seems kind of awesome. Like, it seems like a no-brainer to me, which I get is why they do it. But I guess not. Your dad did it once? Yeah. I was like 5 though, so I don't remember much. Honestly, my dad has probably done it because he's flown like, as much as I've flown in my life, which is probably a good handful of times a year since I was born. So he's almost assuredly done it because he flies more than I do even. Airlines should give out free money more often. I was like, yeah, I mean, honestly, I was like, what I would have got from that is probably like roughly equivalent, if not more than what I make in a given month, like off of say like YouTube ad revenue. It's like that'll pay for, all the games I want to play on stream this year. Like it'll probably pay for every game I bought this year and then some. And then I can write it off on my taxes. No, I'm just kidding. Well, Not totally kidding, but I didn't take it, so it's all theoretical. Yeah, think of my stream kind of like an airline, right? I mean, you all sit down in your seat, and then we go on a journey together. That's kind of like a flight. But you get paid. You guys get paid. Isn't that cool? It's in trash, but you do get paid. Hey, it's a pretty good deal, I think. They don't give you free... Well, they kind of do give you free trash on flights. You know, they give you snacks, and that, like, turns into trash. I'm sitting on a swing. Does that count as a seat? I feel like that's kind of like a rare stream viewing seat. Am I crazy? Like, I'm assuming most of you are, like, on a couch or in bed, or, like, maybe you're at your desk on your computer in, like, an office chair like I am. I feel like a swing is kind of like, that's rare air there. You're, you know, it's maybe not the rarest, but I think that's a pretty unique viewing spot. You got a hammock? You're on a hammock right now? It was like a thing when I was in college to, like, we had these beds, you know, it was like a twin bed just on like a metal frame. But if you wanted to, you could loft it, like you could, you know, put it up so that it's like up high, and then you could put like a chair or whatever under it. But what a lot of people I know did was they just took one of those like camping hammocks, like just the like really like thin like mesh ones that like fold up to be like this big. And they just hung that under there. And I was like, that is a great idea. And it kind of makes me wish I had somewhere like in my current home to do that. But I don't. Well, Britta hung it out like on our deck one time, which kind of worked. I've never actually done that though, but maybe I should. And then I stream from a hammock. I do a hammock stream. You've given me an idea. I also kind of want to know what like the rarest medium, or like, I don't know, rarest technology that my stream has been watched on was. Because I know someone watched on a DS, which might just take the cake. But I'm kind of like, has someone like watched on a graphing calculator? How the hell? As far as I know, the person who was watching on a DS like bricked their DS by pulling up my stream. But they were able to watch for a little bit. So I guess it was a 2DS. Yeah, it was a 2DS. My stream has officially killed a DS, which is cool. Seen someone play Five Nights at Freddy's on a graphing calculator, so I don't even know at this point. Someone quick pull me up on the smart fridge, and then leave me up, because that's an extra viewer, and while it doesn't really do anything, it makes me feel good. I was like, do I have any other stories from this weekend? But I should save some, right? You know, maybe I'll think of them throughout the stream. Funny story, I have 2 fridges now. I feel like having 2 fridges is kind of a common Midwestern thing. Like you got the old garage fridge. Yeah, it's probably time for Guess the Game. Where'd you go? I was in Savannah, Georgia. That was another thing, honestly, was like everyone down there talks with like a southern accent. And I've always like, no offense, I've always found people with a southern accent kind of annoying. But after being down there, I'm kind of like, maybe the southern accent's cool, actually. Because I started, like, kind of talking to people who would talk to me in, like, a strong southern accent. In a southern accent. And I did, like, subconsciously. I was like, it's just, like, it's kind of infectious. I don't know. Like, something about it. Also, it's kind of like my go-to. I do this on stream, too. Bro thinks I'm annoying. No, Valentino, listen. You are annoying, but the southern accent is the least of your problem. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. Buckshot Roulette multiplayer beta came out today. Yo, let's go. From North Carolina, and some of my friends have mild southern accents. Yeah, I've heard it's not like usually super bad in North Carolina. I guess maybe it depends on where you are. I went to Charleston, South Carolina once, and I honestly feel like they had a stronger southern accent than Savannah, but I don't know why that would be. A lot of people we talked to in Savannah anyways weren't like from Savannah. Like, we met a lot of people from just like all over the East Coast. We met a ton of people from the Midwest. We met a guy from North Dakota. I was like, what the fuck? He's from, it was a gay man from Bismarck, North Dakota. And I was like, you might be like one of the rarest like types of dudes in existence. a gay man from Bismarck that moved to the South. Go off, I guess. Live your best life, King. Let's guess the game. I'm from Canada and went to Toronto once, and I met a guy who used broski in every sentence he said. Something changed in me when I learned that the youth in Toronto are speaking with a Jamaican accent for some reason. I don't understand that. Why is that a thing? I think it was like an Andrew Callahan video, but I was just like, what? Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, he was talking to people in Canada, like white people in Canada, and they were basically willingly talking with a Jamaican accent. And apparently that's a thing. That feels like vaguely racist. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. But I mean, you know, they're prime minister and all that. Let's guess the game. Anyways, shit talk Canada more. This is the inside of the ship in Subnautica. No, it's not. This is the Citadel in Mass Effect. What am I looking at? Xbox, PC, Metascore 86. They haven't like really given me, maybe this is the one where like if you've played this game and are like very familiar with it, you're like, oh yeah. I feel like maybe like I should know what this is, but I don't. At first I kind of thought it was Portal. Let's throw a Portal out there. It's not, but like, fuck it, dude. You only live once. Okay, I saw this in chat. I'm trying not to glance at chat, but I did see this in chat. And honestly, it's a good guess. Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic 2, sure. Oh shit! Damn, all right, that was that was a good guess. I can't take full credit for that one. Although I think I may have gotten there. I've played this game. I played both KOTORs actually. Back in the day though, it's been a while. It's been at least a decade. I think I would have got it at this point. Like Obsidian and BioWare. Like, yeah, I mean, that really doesn't leave too many other options. All right, we got a week to catch up on. This is the Talos Principle. This is the Witness. I can't help but feel like it's one of these like puzzle games. Oh, is this? Wait a second. Xbox One, PC, Xbox Series X, PS5. This is Eastshade? Action simulation shooter survival. Horse? Or rather, no horse. Is this Red Dead Redemption? Red Dead Redemption 2. It's Red Dead Redemption 2, guys. Oh, it came out this year? Wait, what the fuck am I looking? Oh, is this Pal World? It's Pal World. Oh. I guess Red Dead Redemption 2 and then Pal World. They're basically the same thing. I don't know, something about this one was giving Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it was the horse that threw me off. But I don't think that's really what the HUD looks like in Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, you see, you wouldn't see the horse testicle because it would be just off screen. What's the last one? Yeah, I feel like once they give you the developer, like if you know, what is going on? This is like, what is this character? Someone maxed out like the thigh slider on this character. The fuck am I looking at? And also, she's purple and blue. The makers of Guess the Game are gooners, bro. What the hell? I said Pal World on the second screenshot, but thought I was totally off. Yeah. No, yeah, that's a crazy guess for Pal World people are weird. Dude, this looks like the fucking scary well from it's not, but it kind of looks like the scary well from Ocarina of Time. This is Okami. This is on the PSP, therefore I will never get it in a million years. Fuck the dude. There's like one dude out there who like has the entire catalog of PSP games. Roger. What is this called? The kerning on the text is fucking atrocious. Was there like Fire Emblem games on? This looks like Fire Emblem or some shit. Fire Emblem Engage. It still looks like Fire Emblem, but I didn't even get yellow on this shit. Could this be like one of the Tales games? Tales of... I don't know, bro. Algo Lab and Level 5? Yeah, it's some tactics game. There's like one dude who is like, this is the greatest game ever made. That's probably true of like almost every game though. It's gotta have, yeah, that's true, that's true. We could work backwards here. Well, it's not team fight tactics. Heroes Saga Leviathan Tactics. How the fuck do you... Huh? Okay. Probably not Panzer Tactics DS. This is Tactics Ogre, the Knight of Lotus. It was Jeanne d'Arc. Cool. Never getting that one in a million years. What the fuck? Oh. This is a Sonic game, almost for sure. And I'm not just saying that because I saw it in chat. I wouldn't know which one, I guess. I mean, I guess I kind of know which ones are 3D. The thing is, I don't know the difference between... how about Sonic Advance 2? It's on the Genesis, so it's definitely not Sonic Advance 2. How about just Sonic the Hedgehog 2? There we go. I had all these games on like a PC CD. And yeah, please, if you know it, it's one thing to guess in chat, but if you know it, don't say it in chat, please. Like, that's just spoiling it for me. Guessing is fine, but don't outright say it if you know it. Yeah, I had all these games on like a CD-ROM for the PC. And it was fun. I played them all, and I enjoyed it. You guessed Kotor by accident. Yeah, I mean, you can guess and be right. But I think when I'm on, you know, the first page and someone guesses with confidence, I think they know it. Okay. This looks familiar. Or does it? It looks familiar because it looks kind of generic. 63%. Okay. PC, Xbox Series, PS5. Is that someone T-posing? Okay. All right. I've skipped 3 times to get us some information. Not looking at chat. Not looking at chat. I'm not looking at chat. Get to smelter, evacuate. Oh, shelter. It looks like an M. Okay. This looks like maybe like a character, like an important character here. Could this be like Warframe? Warframe wouldn't probably have a 63%. Action adventure, third person. What am I looking at? It says third person, but like this makes it look first person. Okay, probably the character is like right here, and we're this is some like Marvel shit. Was it Marvel? Wasn't it just Marvel Avengers? When did it come out? Oh, we haven't gotten there yet. Marvel's Avengers. Oh, this is Suicide Squad. There it is. Okay. No one in chat had gotten it. I did not glance just in case someone knew it. I feel like it should be easy if I knew the game. Yeah, except it's a game that no one fucking played. Which is sad, bro. This is the Arkham devs made this. That, like, probably at least somewhat against their will. I'm sure they would rather be working on a cool new Batman game than this slop, but and yeah, I mean, just goes to show. And it was DC immediately because there was Brainiac stuff in the sky. Yeah, see, I'm not a comic book or superhero enjoyer, really. I don't think I would have got that. Notice the detail like that. All right, two more. This is just not enough information. Original release too old for Metacritic. Wait, this looks... You know what this looks like, dude? This looks like a demake of like the fucking ship from Among Us. Is that crazy? A lot of them say too old for Metacritic, to be fair. Like, I mean, I don't know. Well, let's see. When was Metacritic? When did Metacritic start? 1999. There was like, there was a whole bunch of like gaming history before 1999. Like decades of it, in fact. One more time. Could this finally be, what is that game? Dude, I always want to guess this one. Like the fucking FMV game. Looks like Sierra game? I don't know any of this shit. It's not Night Trap. Yeah, at this point, I think, yeah, I can safely say it's not Night Trap. That is what I was thinking. All right, at this point, I will open the floodgates. Police Quest, you think? Police Quest. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Wow, I've never heard of this in my life. Police Quest. Oh, they've made some like more recently. Oh, it turned into SWAT. Oh, that makes sense. Here, let me just Wikipedia up. 1987 was the first one. Was the subtitle In Pursuit of the Death Angel, and the game looks like this. Okay. Okay, bro. But it turned into SWAT, huh? Makes sense. I think these are so hard. I mean, I don't know, Marty, I don't know how you know that. Maybe you just played a bunch of these games, but like these all look the fucking same to me. Like you show me this and I'm like, who's getting that based on that? And clearly no one in chat had it at this point, but like still, I'm like, there's limited colors. There's only so much you can do with like that few pixels and just like basically line work. Like I just don't know how, yeah, I don't know. Some of these old DOS games, I don't know. I don't know how people are getting that shit. Oh, well, then they show a police car. So if I had known even about the existence of this game, maybe I would have got it. I guess at this point, you could start just like throwing out things like police and just see what you get. Has there been a Little Big Planet game on this yet? I think I did have one. I think I did have a Little Big Planet, didn't I? Maybe someone in chat will remember. I feel like I did. The comparison between this first screenshot and the previous one is a lot. Yeah. I don't even like. I know it's not supposed to be easy to guess it from the first screenshot, but like, what am I even looking at? Psychonauts. Metacritic score 77%. Is this Risen? The original Risen. Green dots on the radar are yo. Halo? No. No, I don't think there's anything. It also wouldn't have gotten to 77%, right? And if it was Combat Evolved, it would say Xbox and PC, because Combat Evolved did in fact release on PC alongside Xbox. A third-person shooter. Xbox, 77% third-person shooter. It feels gettable. Could this... No, it looks too futuristic to be like a James Bond... Oh, it would probably be 007. Yeah, they say they're just 007. This, no. Okay, that's a lot of info. All right, if this is wrong, it's going to be funny. But I really have not played much Gears of War, and I have no idea when the first Gears of War came out. Like, just the original Gears of War. Digital Anvil. What am I looking at? I've never seen this in my life. I just keep staring at it like it will jog something, like some memory of playing it. That actually kind of does look like the Halo Crosshair. Let's find out. Brute Force. I've never heard of it in my life. Oh, and that's it. That's all we had for today. Okay. Well, I got more than I missed. I wouldn't say it was my best ever day of guessing the game. Let's do Geoguessr. Hopefully it only... Well, I was gonna say, hopefully it only takes one this time. But the truth is, I really shouldn't be... Like, if I lose, I lose. I shouldn't be running another one like I did last week. But let's do it. You guys know the drill. Maybe you don't. Over or under a score of 15K. Get your gambas in. The map is a community world. And my high score... Let's see. What is my high score these days? It hasn't changed. It's 20K. Fucking thing doesn't work. So let's do it. Let's see what we can do here. I would say, I don't know. I wonder what my like win rate is on this at this point. I think I've won more than I've lost, but 15K is very near my average. Okay, I have an idea of where I'd like to guess. I'll let the predictions roll in though. Not too many people confident. A lot of money on doubt. The people don't know. People don't know I'm cracked. I'm cracked except for when I get, you know, Asia, Africa, South America, and sometimes Australia, New Zealand. Sometimes Australia, New Zealand. Anyone want to go over? There is some points in over. They're basically going to win a ton if they, if they're right. Nuts. Okay. Well, I'm pretty dang sure this is Kyrgyzstan. So as much as this might have looked fairly unguessable, let's see, we want to go in a pretty mountainous area. Let's see, we got like, I mean, we're in like some sort of settlement. It doesn't look very big, but like at least something around. Something like this, maybe. Lennon Street. Oh, it's on. It's on, baby. I was literally just on the other side of that mountain. The people don't know my Geoguessr game. All right. Oh, and we're in Europe, guys. It's a good start. Fjordband or Jegend. Oh, well. This do be Denmark. Whereabouts in Denmark? That's like the easiest round I possibly could have had. What else we got around? I mean, this kind of just looks like Denmark anyways. Let's start with an M over there. Jegend. Could I find Jegend on the map? I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced. The one Danish guy who watches my stream is like, it's not pronounced like that. It's pronounced Jegend. I just think saying Jegend is funnier. No? Am I wrong? Press 1 if you would pronounce it Jegend. Your vote in chat may be subject to a surcharge of 3 cents. Just kidding. I was about to say that, like, wouldn't that be funny if, like, you could charge people to type in chat? But Twitch already kind of like Twitch already kind of did that. Like, not that specifically, but like they have the like super chat thing. Which I never see anyone ever use. People use it on YouTube apparently though. Okay, I'm not seeing this. Is there anything? All right, I'm gonna give up on finding the exact location in general because I like can't be that far off. Denmark, not a very big country, and unless I am being played for an absolute fool, then that is almost certainly where we are. Okay, that's a yellow license plate? Is that a thing in Denmark? Or could that possibly mean that we're close to... Let's go in Geoguessr. Okay, well, it was the other side of Denmark. But the worst that could happen is I miss 500 points. So, there we go. Oh boy. Okay, this will be a little more challenging. We are in Southeast Asia somewhere. Could this just be India? I need to remember that India is on Geoguessr now. That's a relatively new thing, like within the last like 2 years or so. That doesn't actually look like that is what the language is though. Yeah, it could also be Bangladesh. You are not wrong. That also kind of doesn't look like the language, though. Which could mean Thailand. Doesn't really look like that either. Cambodia. That's China. It cannot be that. It actually cannot be that. I hardly know Ladesh. That's good. That's good. Oh, is this a flag? I didn't even... to be honest with you, to be straight up gosh dang honest with you, I would not know what that flag is. It's probably like a state flag, right? Okay. And here's the other thing. Am I crazy, or is the language on this side different from the language on the... Okay. This might be easier to track down. It is a flag, I just don't know what it is. does kind of look like this, I guess. Yeah, I see some like similar characters. Okay. It seems like maybe, is it crazy to say that maybe we're on like a state border or something and that's what this bridge is like representing? State, or I don't know what they have in India. I'm just gonna go crazy and just right by the toddy shop. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. I guess it's nice that like if you're in India and you have language on something, there are like multiple different languages. So that does help track it down a little bit. Time to choke. I mean, it's not likely. I have to do pretty shit for this one to go to the doubters. Two someones, in fact, are getting quite a payday here. Guess Antarctica, just to make things interesting. Imagine, oh, dude. Imagine I did just throw this round and then like I put it all on the last round. I have to get 2,100. If someone subs right now before I figure out where this is, I'll do it. And I'm not kidding. I'll accept gifted too. I'll also accept a PayPal payment of $5. That's actually more than I make off a sub. But it's less money that you have to pay. This looks like North Sentinel Island. Guess it. Joke. You might be onto something. Where is that? North Sentinel Island. There it is. See? I knew where that was. I know where the Andaman Islands are, which contain North Sentinel Island. No, actually, this looks like Europe. Or does it? Yeah, probably. Like some quaint little village in France or something. Or is it a little ratty to be France? Is this a little spicier of a place? Man, I couldn't even farm one sub off of that. I'm fucking washed, bro. Not a single person would sub for me to throw it. I guess I'm not throwing it. Guess I'm not throwing it. The problem is there's only two doubters, and one of them already is a sub. Wish I could read that. Too broke, yeah. You're soon to be broken trash as well, unfortunately. Alright. Two gone at this point. Yeah, the odds that I get more than 2,000 points on the next one are actually pretty solid, I would say. This is just like a beautiful little village. I wish there was like a little more information around. It's a EU plate. Twitch, I'm not going to buy your $200 vacuum sealer. Stop sending me ads about it. Maybe you should. If you buy it, it goes away, right? Come on, there's gotta be like some, it just says cottage. Private parking, this is in English. I guess it could be like, could it be? I mean, it's EU plate. I don't think it's Ireland. You know, though? Could it be like Isle of Man? Or like, no, these are all parts of Britain, so they wouldn't be European Union. I'm going for Ireland, I guess. It really just doesn't look like it to me, but Okay, let's do this. There's this like mountain range south of Dublin called the Wicklow Mountains. They gotta have some nice, cute little villages in here. Like Glendalough. God damn it. I mean, it's enough points to get me past the post, but Sweden, huh? Is Jönköping. That's what it looks like in Jönköping? Damn. It was like a city, too. That looked like a village, bro. It's over. It is over, unfortunately, for the doubters. This is just a victory lap at this point. What? Turkey? Epica. That man, that did not only didn't look Swedish, but even if I had somehow figured out it was Sweden, I don't think I would have guessed Jönköping. Because that's like a city. That didn't look like a city to me. I think this is Turkey. Beautiful, beautiful mountains in the east. Who am I kidding? I'll just plop it down somewhere in Turkey. That is mountains to the west, not the east. Okay, I'm overthinking it now. What does it matter? What does it honestly matter? It's almost definitely Turkey, and I win anyways. I guess maybe for future reference, I'm trying to see if I can figure out where it is, but... Oh, it was Albania, actually. Well, so that's what Albania looks like. I guess. I wasn't really looking around too hard, to be perfectly honest with you. But I guess that was Albania. Anyways... That's quite a good score. Those last two rounds weren't amazing, but we won it for the believers, which means the two believers are sharing a lot of trash. Enjoy that. Spend it wisely. And don't spend it all in one place. I'm not sure how much you're getting. You're getting like 4K a piece. So that would be like, I don't know what, like 4 emote requests or something. Big payday for not much of an investment. So that was Geoguessr. Anyways, the plan for tonight, a little game that I was actually pretty excited about dropped today, called Sulfur.